Hi there. Maybe I can move that a little out of the way. I'm back on. Oh, I just realized I didn't edit my stream info. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Take two. That'll do. As long as it's differentiated. I'm back on my Shadowblade, who I had some success with last time, so I'm going to see how I can do today. How many people have we got on? There are 23 on. So during the time that I was configuring some stuff, well, 7 people left, which is a considerable amount. And now we have apparently got 6 Alb Stealthers on there, so this should also be entertaining. Oh yeah, let me check this here. 62,008. Want to know how many RPs I have just in case I, actually win a fight and get some. Now, last stream I fought a guy named Nekar a couple of times, and he wiped the floor with me actually. And I saw that he signed up, followed while I was offline. So hopefully he'll show up in chat and we can find out what he thinks. Either I really suck, which I readily admit is possible, or he's really good, which I think is the case. But now I'm equipped with the all-new power of some macros. Not that that's going to save my bacon, mind you, but, it might help. Of course, right now, there's nobody around. Now, I hope we're getting game audio here. Oh, and I hope that my audio is nice and clean. I see some people fighting out here. I had problems when I was streaming to YouTube the other day where the audio just chopped in and out all the time. And I think it was the I think it was the gate I had on my audio was cutting out because the mic was too far away or I wasn't talking loud enough or something. Oh, I hope we haven't started a bow town. We have. I mean, it has its place, but I'd rather meet people in honest RVR and get my ass kicked than wait for another duel, do the same thing again and again. More fun to hunt people, particularly as a stealther. Of course, there's 2 of them there right now, so maybe I don't want to hunt those 2. See, if they weren't jumping around, they wouldn't have been so noticeable. Oh, a giant beetle just floating out there in the water. How not suspicious. Probably a mini sitting right there on the bank. So with the help of Big Points...
Big Points said, I can hear you.
Oh, good.
And music. I'll have to wait for game sounds once you fight.
Yeah. Well, there's a little bit of swimming sound here, but that's about it. Pretty quiet. Game audio should be going to game audio cable A, and I'm not seeing anything. Just let me check here. Monitor and output, yep, that should be fine. I know I could get ganked any second here, but now I'm very curious. Say that. No. Oh, fine. Really get tired of futzing around with all this stuff. Cable A. Output. Okay. Yeah, okay. Now we're getting audio, game audio. I can see it, although it may not be all that loud. How you doing today, Big Points? I've added a few more macros to the mix. Hopefully I've got them right. And hopefully I can remember to press them. There's a pile of mid-death spam out there, so I would guess there's at least one good-sized mid-group running around out there. Maybe. So I did hear some more about Celestius. First off, it's November 8th. They're going live on November 8th. They have minimized PvE, but there is some element of PvE. You will have to level up doing some PvE stuff. It's not auto leveled or anything, which is... I'm not going to catch him. Not that I probably want to. And they have some... Well, everybody has their own tokens of currency on these things, right? With Phoenix, it was feathers. On Celestius, it's blood tokens. And apparently they've simplified TOA greatly. Templating won't be a problem because you have basic gear you get that gives you your template minimums or something, and then bonus gear you can get from killing things that will improve that. I don't quite know how all that works. Elfenfister, I don't think I want to know. But it should be interesting to see anyway. And I'll give it a try when they go live, I'm sure. I can see the point in having a system where you don't have to worry about all the templating stuff, because that gets kind of tiresome if what you want to do is go out in RVR. I could see them simplifying that stuff. But at the same time, that takes out some of the challenges that people face too, getting all the right gear and things. And maybe that's not good. Oh, they did say you can't, they have TOA, and I think they're going to start with Old Frontiers, and when they go on to their next test or whatever, and then switch to New Frontiers. I'm not sure why. You can't have more than 3 artifacts, apparently. For whatever that's worth. I don't think I've ever had a character with more than 1 or 2 anyway on any server, including live. But that's mostly because I really hated leveling artifacts. My hunter might have more than that. I can't honestly remember. Nope, I think everybody's playing in Bowtown. Really can't wait for them to go live with any of these things, whether it's Celestius or Atlas here. I was reading on Reddit that I can't remember which guy, mind you. One of the major HIB leaders, was well known for doing raids and things like that, is probably going to be on Celestius. I guess that doesn't prevent them from going to Albion, because people are going to go where everybody else has voted with their feet. But I'm really wondering what's going to happen with all this stuff.
Didn't the /on give you info on player location?
I got a problem here. Just a sec. My chat disappeared. So it's still happening. Didn't the on give you information on player location? I don't think so. It tells you how many there are. So there's 14 players in Thedranki right now, and 3 entering, which probably means there's 3 people configuring characters. But maybe that just means there's 3 people sitting on the window, on the login window, I don't know. 5 imps, 3 Shadowblades, including yours truly, 2 heroes, 2 Skalds, an Animist, a Veil Walker, a Bone Dancer, and a Warden. And I have a feeling that everybody except the 2 Hibs I saw on the bridge, and maybe even including them, is busy dueling rather than RVRing. Because there's so few of them. And I suppose that's fair, but it makes for a very boring stream when you come to see PvP and all you see is duels.
Wesley987 said, font.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome back.
Howdy,
nice
sir.
to see you again. I am trying in vain to find somebody to fight here that isn't like just there was a bunch of duelers on the side of the hill here. I hope they've broken that up and gone back
Big
to
Points
RVR.
said, Skald may be better with so few players.
Yep, and I have a Skald I can play. Although he's not macroed up. I wanted to test the macros that I've got here. Let me bring that up. Where is it? Second camera? No. Here. I now have Havoc, which is my regular axe attack there. This one is Leaper followed by Hamstring. This one is Garrote and Achilles Heel. This is PA, Creeping Death, and Stunning Stab. And that's Backstab 2, Thigh Cut. And this is switching my weapons back and forth. So I want to see if I can get the hang of. Are you on the right screen? You are. Get the right hang of starting the PA on somebody and then switching the weapons. I tried to macro that in and it didn't work worth a damn. I don't know why yet. I'll look at that again tomorrow or something and see if I can figure it out. But I wanted to test all that out because I was doing great damage on the dummies, put it that way. How you doing today, Wesley? Nope, they're still dueling. That isn't the game I signed in for.
Wesley 987 said, doing good.
Good.
Waiting for Atlas.
Yeah, endlessly. Yeah, of course I can't. Kel, Lurricane, Dead Furby, and a Skald. Easy rips. Who is probably the same person that was playing. Who's that? Roughbane. Okay, haven't played against Roughbane. There was a pretty deadly, I think, infiltrator. I think I was playing on this side here. A couple of nights ago that was kicking my butt pretty regularly, and they had rips in their name too, so it might be the same person. Sig. And so, yeah, see, this is no good. If everybody's just going to stand here and duel, 19 players. We have 5 Alp Stealthers. Well, I've only seen 2 there. 3 Mid Stealthers. 2 Mid Melee and a Caster. That's one of them there. 0 Hib Stealthers. But 5 total Hibs. So there should be 5 Hibs. Well, no. That's a Lurie and a Celt. So there should be 3 Hibs running around somewhere out there. Although one of them is support and I suppose might be a buff bot. But I don't really want to be doing dueling. He just said screw the dueling and PA'd her while she was healing, so yeah, that could annoy people. Maybe we can break things up that way. But I've lost her. Nope. Okay, well then that can happen. People get into dueling and somebody comes along and says, screw that. And it breaks up. Okay, we'll give another run to see if we can find her. Thing is, if I do find her and we get into a fight, those 2 Hibs on the hill are probably just going to gank everybody involved. Do it separately or add the weapon swap at the start of the macro. Yeah, I tried putting it at the end of the macro. If I get into a fight and die, I'll go and take a look at it and see what it looks like. And probably take it out. Ideally, what I was hoping to do was do the PA with the two-hander and then the follow-ups, Creeping Death and Stunning Stab, with dual weapons. Because then I can lay all 3 poisons down in 2 attacks. And the follow-ups would be faster, right? Less damage. But they do less damage anyway, so that's okay. But not so far. Now everybody seems to have left after breaking up there. Need more people. That on page does not update on its own. That's something else I'm missing. Wrong thing. There we go. That's the one I was looking for. Okay. I had everything set up when I went to start, and the moment I pressed go, it started screwing up, so I had to reboot OBS. And that just does everything in. Actually, I shouldn't head for the Alb bridge, because if I was an Alb, I wouldn't stand on my own bridge. I'd go stand on the Midgard bridge, which I just crossed, or the Hib one. I don't know why. Shouldn't matter which bridge. We'll go check Hib side.
Big Points said, add 2H at the start of PA macro, add 1H to the top of your other macro.
Yeah, I could do that, sure. First, I have to have an opponent. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to get fancy and do it in the middle of the macro. Because one of the problems, too, is when you switch weapons, it stops the fight. Like it doesn't, like if I'm attacking and I switch weapons, I seem to just stop fighting. I don't know if that would matter if the next thing it said was attack. It shouldn't. Yeah, if I don't find anybody around this end of the bridge, I'll run back up to the PK and adjust those macros and then come back out again. Still got 19 people. There should be 8 stealthers out there that can... No, sorry. 5 stealthers out there that I can fight, and 3 of us that are trying to kill them. I don't know why no Hib stealthers. I wonder if they've screwed up Nightshade somehow or not configured everything. I have seen a few people playing a Nightshade, but not many. Nope, we're back in dueling mode. I'm tempted to just go kill somebody if I can. I won't interrupt their duel. We'll see how they do. Yeah. Well, she did pretty good damage. Oh well, if they're busy stealthing, I can just run back. Or sorry, busy dueling. I don't like that. I'll stop saying that, but I know it lets people test out their characters and stuff, and that's all valuable. And they get to have a fight instead of having to run around to find it, and that's fine. I can understand that, but it seems a little bit too much like, I don't know, farming RPs to me. Not as bad as in the old days having your buddy on another realm show up in some obscure spot so you could meet him and kill him just to get realm points. That was really very cheesy and somewhat frowned on. Oh. Okay, good enough here. Oh, didn't put the other ones up. 5 more seconds. Well, we can do that one in the meantime. That. And then go back to here. And look at those macros. So, was this one here that I had put that in there and it does not do squat?
So few people and a character wipe, they're probably just looking for any action.
Yeah, true enough. Okay, so when I am here, I get weird audio. That's interesting. Okay, so there's something weird with the audio here, but I think, quite frankly, that I can teach myself. Oh, there's a thought. So here I am on here. It's not doing the Alt and press a key thing in the macros. Just does not do it. But inside of the game, we quick bound
You should be
stuff.
able to.
Yeah, I know, but it didn't seem to work at all. Well, I'll tell you what. Go back in there. Go back to... I really wish this was all on one screen instead of a fancy graphic with a ton of pointless crap in it. How about if I try making another macro? Will you do that? Thank you. Don't think I can do a toggle. But I will just see if we can make a keystroke Alt, because I can't do Alt 2. It does Alt or 2, so Alt. Then insert keystroke two. So that should be pressing down the Alt key, pressing the 2 key, letting go of the 2 key, letting go of the Alt key. So we will put a delay in those as well. 0.01 seconds. Control copy. I'm failing at basic keyboarding skills. Now, that is switch to one-hander. That's just going to be a generic macro. So if I go to here, back up to here, and just as a test, pick this key here and say it's a macro, switch to one-hander, and save, then by hitting that key there, I should switch to a one-hander. But I can't tell because, oh, I'm going to be in game too. Okay, so I have the two-hander there. You attempt to use the Life Taker Great Axe. Okay, that's worked. That should have me on, if I hit attack. Yeah, so I'm there. Not that. Attack, and I hit that. See, it takes away any attack though, and now I'm on those. So it should work doing it that way, but it didn't when I tried it. Now, oh, I'm sorry, I left you on this screen. If I go back to there, go to here, no, back to here, and go to macro, at least you're on the right screen now, and I go to PA infiltrator thing there, and I say insert keystroke Alt, insert keystroke 2, no, 1, 1, 1, that's 1, 2, 3. That should be 1. There. So that should be press on the Alt key, hit the next key, hit it, let go of it, and let go of the Alt key, and that should mean that I have my two-hander selected. So we're going to put in delays again. And now, at the very least, if I'm on the two-hander and I hit PA, it switches me to... Sorry. I was on 2 weapons. That switches me to there. I got nobody I can hit because I'm not targeted right. But that should be doing its thing. And again, I didn't show you. Idiot. Okay. So I'm on my 2 small axes. If I hit PA, it switches to the main weapon, which is good. So that is how you work that. Now, should I be doing the same thing? I don't think I need to do... Oh, actually, maybe at the end here we could swap back. Insert, keystroke. No, not that one.
Check if it works in stealth.
Yep, sure. Just looking to see what this here is. Okay, that's it there. I'm going to see if I can do both, but I'll do it with stealth too. Here, we'll go back here. Go back here, because you're not seeing what I'm doing. Alt. Insert, keystroke. 2. And that should switch to the one-hander again. So we come back over here to here. We get out of attack mode. We stealth. We can't because we were just stealthed or something. Oh. Sorry, I got to put delays in here again. I'm back on the other screen, just adding delays, because what might have been happening there too was it was trying to fire them all at exactly the same second, which is what Big Points was saying the other day. And as a result, it's not hitting the right thing. So we're just going to toggle attack off. Okay. So I am on bearded axe instead of the great axe. I hit that, I switch to the big one there. But I can't execute anything.
Don't add it into the bottom of the macro.
Why not? Just out of curiosity. You think it's just going to cause a 4 millisecond delay for no reason that I don't really need to worry about much? Or going to cause some other problem?
It will swap out before you swing.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, we'll take it out of there. That's fine.
Add it to the top of your other macro.
Okay. Back over here. Insert. Really wish it highlighted the ones that had just inserted, but that's okay. Alt. Insert. Keystroke. Between the alts. Set to 2. So that should switch to 2 weapons when I've added in the appropriate delays. And then do Garrote and Achilles heel. So if I'm here and I'm on a 2-hander and I hit Garrote, it does bugger all. There it did it, but it didn't do it the first time.
So it will switch when you start your non-stealth attacks.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking that when I hit PA, I want to tap the, like, PA with the two-hander and then switch to the two axes for the follow-ups, even though they won't do quite as much damage because they'll be a lot faster. But maybe I want to wait out the time to do all three with the big axe and then swap when I hit Garrot. And then I need to do the same thing with no, I don't here. I don't. Okay, let us go back to here. Check on 17. It's dropping. Well, hopefully I can find one of the Alb Stealthers that isn't out there playing duel. I agree. I'm sure it's because there are so many or so few people out. You're gonna suicide, dude.
Two H and PA only, then make a 1H and follow up macro.
Missed him. Well, the thing is that sometimes I'm going to want to be doing it with the two-handed weapon too. He's getting me here. But then, of course, I wouldn't normally attack a warden. Yeah, toasted. Okay, let me actually look at the PA at least. And yes, I overselect my attacks.
Possible Clone said, hey, how's it going?
Hello, Possible Clone. I blew the opening on that. It's going fine, except there's not enough people on. Yeah, I really need to hit with one of my PAs or something there, because all I was doing was hitting with Havoc. And, of course, going by the name Double Bubble, I'm sure he probably has enough spec to get the second level of bubble, which means that 2/3 of the attacks I made were not landing too, which doesn't help any. How you doing today, Possible?
Good. Haven't seen much Daok going lately.
There's been 3 or 4 of us streaming it. If you just mean you haven't been playing it much, well, yeah, okay. There isn't that many people on, at least during my time period. There's only 17 people on right now, and all of Albion is stealthers right now. There's 3 mid melee and 3 stealthers, and 3 hib melee.
I saw
2
Seals Fuse
supports.
is pretty close to opening fully.
January 8th, I said. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm not sure what I think of it, but I'll give it a try, right? We didn't get our second one up there, and we didn't get that one. And we haven't repoisoned. Boom. 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 And so, yeah, it was part of a conversation on Reddit today where somebody was talking about when Celestius is going to be up and running and things like that. And they said January 8th is a target. It sounded like they were one of the people involved in the project. I asked a few questions about whether or not they had any PvE in the game at all, and apparently they have some, but they weren't too clear as to what it is. I think it's being built with the philosophy of let's have a really big battleground. They're going to be new frontiers. They have TOA, but apparently TOA is trivial. You can only have 3 artifacts max on your character. I don't know. They are getting out to market before everybody else, though. Everybody else being Atlas and ERA. So I think you're going to get a pile of people playing there, and they're either going to stay when Atlas goes live, or they're going to try Atlas 2 and then decide between them. I just hope it doesn't split the population. Yeah, the only thing missing from this picture is one of those Alp stealthers. I'd like one of them. At least the dueling seems to have stopped. Oh no, it hasn't. Or that's an actual fight. That's Double Bubble and the troll that we're dueling earlier, right? And I think there's somebody sitting there. It's just more dueling. Yep. Sig is getting bested by Britom, whoever Britom is. Yeah, see, where is the fun in all that? Where is the sense that you are a realm in conflict with another realm? I guess it's sort of akin to like medieval tournaments or something, but I kind of rather find an enemy or have them find me and fight than anything else. The other thing that's happening is, of course, there aren't enough people on here. Let's see what the count is now. 17 still. For it to be a really good stream. I mean, I'm sorry, but I would imagine this is pretty boring. So I appreciate it when you people watch, but this is quiet. Very, very quiet. And I feel bad for that. So actually, if Celestius goes online and if you can level up a character as quickly as they were saying...
Yet I imagine a lot of people like me aren't super into testing and will come around when it becomes permanent.
People are lazy. And I'm sure that people are aware that, you know, whatever character you create is going to get destroyed when they go live, so why bother? And that's fair. That's fine. But, I mean, this is about as passive of, as a passive a level of testing as you can get. Go play the game, and they'll read the logs. It's not like there's, reports I can make to say, well, my PA was very slow or didn't score anything or anything. No, I don't have to do anything. I just play the game, and I'm sure somebody's sitting there endlessly reading logs saying, oh, look, our software says PA should have done in this range here, and it did 10% less. We'll have to figure out why. And then they go figure out why, and we don't learn that they patched it, and it's done. The fact is that alphas and betas are no longer really what they used to be. I mean, the first betas for software that I participated in, I put in reports on stuff. There was forums for it. I can't remember what game it was. Mind you, I may be confusing some of that because I used to work as a QA tester too, but not for games. For commercial software in a couple of places. But I'm pretty sure, no, it was more formal and it was difficult to get into beta. Now beta is sort of a form of advertising, right? Oh, it's gone into beta. Here, sign up and you can play now and we can try and get your attention. A leaf or a person? That is a leaf. So yeah, there's so few people out here that finding somebody first off is a pain, and I might have to switch to Skald. But there's nothing wrong with not being into testing. I'm not criticizing anybody who isn't into that. I'm just wishing there was more people. I didn't mean it to make it. Didn't make it sound that way.
They should advertise testing times for people to try and find higher numbers.
Yeah, I have a feeling that they're getting the numbers they want. European prime time, probably. I haven't looked recently, but once I looked in here during one of these tests, and there was 150 people on. Well, for Sidranki, that's armies, It's the fact that the majority of people that really like this game and really play this game heavily.
Said, Euro does have more dancers.
It does. And I don't know why, because the game used to be massively popular in North America. Well, for an MMORPG that a lot of people never heard of. There was an awful lot of North American players, right? I'm in Canada. There was lots of people in the US. There aren't as many anymore. And I don't know why. Why should it still be popular in Europe and not here? Unless there's something about North American gamers that's moved away from the fantasy genre or something like that. Doesn't seem likely.
Good question.
Yeah, I don't understand, basically. Are you in Europe, possible clone? Or are you in North America? Or, somewhere else.
US.
Okay. Looks like this is the only place we have people. Hey, Nekar. Nekar signed up for following me. He got me in the end there, but that was closer. That was pretty good, actually. And I didn't hit him with the... I didn't have my two-hander out. And I don't think it shifted. Oh, because I didn't hit PA. Right. Because it wasn't going to land. Okay, well, for what it's worth, that's better performance than I was doing before.
I think I decided to go mid on the next big Daok server. No more alt roulette.
Yeah, I say that every time. Pick a realm and I go, I'm going to play just that realm. A month later, I have alts on all 3 realms. I am a thorough altaholic. I could roll up this guy and swear I'm going to play a Shadowblade, and that is it. I am just going to play a Shadowblade, and then I'll see a Skald running by and say, oh, I got to make a speed class. That would be fun. Be so much fun to run around at high speed rather than going around slowly in stealth mode. I got to fix that. And then, wow, actually Bone Dancer looks pretty effective. I got to make one of those. Oh, wow, actually, I don't know if I've ever played Mentalist in RVR. I should try that, etc., etc. And then I end up with a roster of characters. It just happens.
Yeah, that happened to me my entire time on Phoenix.
Absolutely. I had 10 level 50s. And if they hadn't quit, I probably would have had 11. Well, since we know...
My main regret is I never played something past RR5 or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I got something to RR5. But since we know that we're dueling and that's all that's happening, I might as well just run out there. Visible. We'll see if we can try Nekar again. Oh, select the two-hander this time. There we go. Yeah. I know I have lots of respect for the people that pick one class and play that class and do, a bang-up job of mastering it and everything else like that. I have a short attention span, I suppose. Now, I think he went with Ignore Pain, too, and I didn't. I don't remember what I've got for RAs. But I should probably have that. Did it wipe them all out? No, I should have some. You looking to fight me? Sure is. Okay. That completely blew. I completely blew that. First off, we want that. Completely blew that. Sorry about that, folks. Nope, toast. Wow. One misclick, you're toast. Who was that? Glitter Excess. Okay. Problem with picking one class is, what do you want to pick? I mean, I like Shadowblade, but I really liked Infiltrator. How do I choose?
Big Points said, did you ever check to see if RAs reset if you untrim them?
Yes. As far as I know, they do. And maybe I will go look at that too, because I don't think I have anything extreme and useful picked. But let's see what we have. Og Dex, Og Quickness, Long Wind, and Purge, which of course is not on my screen for some reason. Which maketh no sense. It is there. But we will respec Realm.
Possible Clone said, I think Cave Shaman and Berserker.
I mean, I haven't played a Shaman in ages. Or Berserker for that matter. But I really liked Cave Shaman. It was fun. Okay, so half on Purge. And, oh, maybe you don't. I thought I could get Ignore Pain here. You must have just hit a potion. Well, we can get 3 levels of Dodger, which is 9% better chance to evade. And this time, we'll put Purge on the menu where I can see it. I do remember having a great time as a cave shaman in sieges where they were coming into the castle and stuff. But it's sure been a long time. Nine more seconds. Oh, but see there, let's say I pick Shadowblade. And then after a while, I decide, you know, I'd like to play something different. Champion was enormous fun. I had a great time on my champion, and boom, I have Hibs, you know. And then, oh, I've never tried an animist. I should try that. It's just endless. And I am too easily inclined to... oh, I don't need to stealth. To do that. Roll up an alt and away we go. I also don't mind PvE, so there's that. We're down to 16 people. All Albs are stealthers. There's 2 persistent mid melees, but otherwise 3 stealthers. And then all Hibs are visible. What's wrong with Hib stealthers? Has anybody tried one on this? All right. The sprint map bug.
Stealth is too slow for me.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where you roll up a minstrel and you can still stealth if you need to, but I hate it when you see somebody who's lining themselves up perfect for a PA and then they turn out to be in your realm.
You minstrels seem too easy mode.
Yeah, I know they do. It's not that easy, but maybe it's just a matter of not programming everything well enough. I don't know. Oh, aren't we fancy fighting up on top of the thing there? Cheers. Problem is, when they're dueling like this, I don't want to be a spoil sport and just gank somebody when they're not expecting it. But I would really rather we had enemies out there that I could fight instead of arranging a fight. I mean, I could just try and kill this guy, but he's about to duel, so that's no good. And the endless fight is... oh no, it finally ended. Oh yeah, and I never did try Reaver, and that was one of the things I was going to try. Got to do that if I could find the time to do it next week. And Veilwalker. And if nothing else, this is the best opportunity you're going to get to try out classes that otherwise you'd have to level up, right? Do it while they're doing these tests. Go find your character that you want to try and make one, and you can configure the whole thing in half an hour or whatever.
Makes sense.
And play test it and say, oh yeah, okay, well, you know, Thane isn't for me, although Thane is a fantastic class. Veilwalker isn't for me, or something like that. Or is. And then just, you know, okay, that's a possible. Who knows, maybe you'll discover you were born to be a smite cleric. It could happen. Theoretically, there's 5 Alb Stealthers. I didn't see any of them there. Is there some secret Alb battleground area where they all just sit and have coffee? See, I should be doing more of that. I should be trying out each of the classes to see what I think. Some of them will click and I'll go like, oh, this is awesome. I really like this. Some of them won't, and that's fine. I know I'm never likely to play a wizard, even though they're probably very effective classes. Just because they seem to me, when I tried them before, to have very few things you can do. I can do big damage to him or her at a distance, and if they get up close to me, I'm toast. Now, that's probably maligning wizards heavily. There's probably all sorts of stuff I've never thought about, but I like classes that give me a lot of variety of things I can do, and I'm more likely to pick one of those. That's it, basically. But there's so many I haven't played in ages that I shouldn't, or at all in some cases, I shouldn't really ignore them. No, there's nobody
I love
out
Wizard.
here.
I really wanted Solo Wiz to work.
Right? Does it? I really loved Og Healer, but you can't solo an Og Healer very well.
Solo caster is always rough.
I'm sure, except Bone Dancer, which is kind of built that way. You have your own little group of you know, newbie healers and stuff. I don't think I got it right. I think I was misplaying it, but Necro didn't work all that well for me either. I'm sure Necro is awesome if they've got like a healer behind them and some group support and stuff like that. I'm sure they can trash lots of stuff. But solo, not so much. My champ was great solo. Nekar was just killed by Biafra. So that's one of the other mids out there. I never got a response from them, but their name is Biafra Jello, and I said not that many people will recall Jello Biafra. That's a name I remember from being a teenager.
Big Points said, Necro with damage shield does okay 1v1.
Yeah? Okay.
Possible Clone said, Earth Wizard has a lot of cool tools but only having root for CC was too.
Tug. Tough. Yes. Yeah, it just didn't interest me that much. I know somebody used to come here all the time when he was still playing the AOC, PNA. He had an Earth Wizard, I believe. And he seemed to think it was really effective. Although they did some nerf to it on Phoenix right near the end. I can't remember what they changed. And I'm not sure why they did that. It's funny, when you play specific classes, you get very aware of stuff.
Single target instead of AoE.
Right. When you play a specific class, you get very aware of certain things in that class, and that's cool. Was this a fashion thing? Pink boots? Sig and... Oh, Biafra. Right. Funny, I don't know what I've swapped there, but I've lost +1 on stealth. Which probably means I should increase something else there.
Big Points said, the problem with Daok casters is the interrupt.
You mean being able to be interrupted? If it wasn't for that, they would kill everything.
Possible Clone said, yeah, that's why BDS are so good cause their stuff is insta.
Yes, exactly. But it's also a giant game of rock, paper, scissors, right?
Or Enchanter was good too because of the stun and the ability to use the pet to kite W hen you couldn't cast.
Oh yeah.
Plus speed.
Oh. Double bubble. Yeah. Enchanter's another one I haven't played well enough, I think. Okay, double.
I really like dot play styles, but poor Shami doesn't have quick cast.
Yeah, I know.
Big Points said, they are still low HP. Only specs with insta CC are viable.
I don't know. A Bone Dancer fully buffed was not bad either. Oh. Nekar won. Nekar is actually, I think, quite good.
Possible Clone said, maybe I should just go Minstrel.
See, Minstrel is really popular, and for Albion, it just comprises so many different roles for them. But I actually think it does take skill to play Minstrel really well. I think it's just easy to play it badly, which is also true of Bone Dancer. And I don't know, maybe true of something on the Hib side as well, right? Where it's kind of what we used to call infantry proof when I was in the army. You just have an easier time on some classes, I
I
think.
agree
That's all.
with that, but it's good even in the hands of a noob.
Probably. They're certainly irritating enough. How you doing there, Nekar? Not very well.
Big Points said, BD is an exception. Only because they have 3 healers and insta-life tap to back them up.
Oh yeah, if they didn't have all that, they'd be toast.
Like all caster classes without insta CC.
No, I'm toast there. Yep. Yeah. Huh. Makes me wonder what I'm doing wrong other than the fact that I am relying on crit strike, and him being an infiltrator, he may be a lot higher in the weapon skills and everything else like that. I'm not sure. Because, like, my regular damage is not that good against anybody with reasonable resists, etc. Oh, plus I have terrible resists. My slash is 4%. Woot. I don't know what else I could do to do that differently. Okay, so straw poll for the few people that are out there. Assuming Atlas goes live or we're playing on Celestius, what would be the first class he would roll up, possible, or Big Points? I'm really not sure. Probably Infiltrator. Or Shadowblade. Probably. We're down to 15.
Possible Clone said, LOL, I'm changing my mind talking about it.
Yeah, yep. I'm gonna do this! Oh, but wait. This is true, and this is true, and that's
I'm a
true.
theurgist now.
Okay, if we're talking infantry-proof classes, I may be entirely wrong here, but Theurgist seems like, you know, all interrupt all the time now seems like one of those. It seems like it's very, very powerful, and it's certainly very, very annoying. And it's probably pretty easy to play as long as you get the drop on somebody else. Probably if they get surprised by a stealther, they're toast. But that's another class that I think is generally
All about
pretty
the getting
effective.
the drop. Yes.
Well, that's true of any of these, right? I mean, what do we have on here right now?
Petcaster with the intention of little to no solo PvP.
Right? Okay. So which Petcaster? Now we're down to 14. We have an Alb melee, ladies and gentlemen, and 3 stealthers. We still have 2 mid melee and 3 stealthers. We have a Hib stealther, 1 caster, 1 melee, and a Hib stealther and no support. I am surprised. Only because I haven't seen them at all recently. Oh, and we need to go
Possible
shopping.
Clone said, "Oh, I wouldn't mind Dark SM."
I absolutely loved Dark SM in the past. I want to buy that. That's what I want to do. And then the other one.
It's a little one-trick pony, but its trick is good.
If you can get your casting speed up high enough so you can get inside the other person's reaction loop or whatever you call it.
Kutunshut 5584 said, "Mentalist / Sork, you get to charm that pet and may."
Yeah.
Big Points said, "SM, Enchanter, Animist, Druid."
See, I've never really played an Enchanter or a Druid and never played an Animist. SM was my first main class on live. Back from when they were thoroughly broken and Dark was the only possible spec. And I remember a guy telling me, "Oh, if I want to be safe on the battlefield, I'll just stand on top of you." Because I had my life tap at such a high rate that I could just drop people as they were running towards me. So everybody was sort of staying away because it was just dead. Dead. Okay, fine. And I was standing inside a troll's foot. So they couldn't really see me very well. It was quite funny. It didn't happen all the time or anything like that. It was just this one event, but it was really funny. I liked Spirit Master because it could do things that people didn't know they could do, like the health transfer thing and res and everything else. And I mean, it became much more popular when they added PBAOE, but before they added the PBAOE, when it was all broken and everything, it was hilarious. Oh, that was the thing I was going to test on this. I burnt Purge. So if I go back to the event zone here and respec all and select Purge, does it remember the timer? Be very cheesy if it doesn't, and I bet you it doesn't. Respec realm. Yes. I want to spend all those points again. Thank you. Let's go for Purge.
Possible Clone said, "On Phoenix it did."
No. 3 levels there. Sure. Train. Done. Now we go back here. We grab Purge. Oh, it does remember it. Okay, good. I thought it was going to be a cheesy solution to things, but it isn't. That's fine. An Animist played well seems to be a fantastic way to like block an area or protect an
Big
area
Point
and stuff
said,
like that.
"Train something different."
Yes, I could try that. We're going to be thorough. Go back. I wish the lag wasn't such that I hadn't jumped already before you spoke. Not criticizing you, mind you. Okay. But as a former QA testing person like that, I should do that. Respec realm. Accept. Why it doesn't switch back to here, I don't know. Hey, we can do 4 levels of Master of Pain, which might be worth doing too. Okay, so now we don't have that. Confirmed. Respec realm. Not all. I'd have to figure it all out again. I wouldn't want to do that. Go back to purge.
If it was 5 minutes, no big deal. 30 minutes is a long time to be down.
I agree. Nope, it's still down. I'm gonna go. Yes, we went over this. Master of Pain, right? Yeah. 4 levels of Master of Pain, 20% chance to crit. Sure. See if that does anything different to a fight. Yeah, I think it's kind of extreme to set purge to half an hour. I would think 3 levels of 15, 10, and 5 would be reasonable. Or if you're really worried about it, 20, 15, and 10. And, just make it expensive.
Could make for a big opener.
Well, I think it... Okay, on Phoenix, I admit Purge was kind of annoying. I had, like, Purge 5 or whatever there, so I had it up every 1.5 minutes or 3 minutes or whatever it was, because I needed it in every single fight. And it was down to the, if you have Purge up and the other guy doesn't, you win. If you both have Purge up, then one of you wins, but, it depends on when you fire it. And if you don't have Purge up and the other guy does, then he wins. And that does kind of make it really annoying and powerful and everything. And a 30-minute timer means most of the time it's not going to be up. It'll be good for you in the first fight you have, and then after half an hour, not so much.
The 20% crit.
Oh, I see. Yes, it could. Oh, yeah, sure. Yes, it could, definitely. Oh, we're not doing that. Right. How many people do we have now? Are we still over 13? We are by 1. 14. Oh, yeah, it really could. And it depends on who I'm fighting, of course. And how good their resists
Possible
are.
Clone said, I think I like the 30 minutes. Less likely that your opponent always has it at higher RR, which is what Phoenix felt like.
Absolutely. Even at lower RR, I had it all the time. See if this one survives. This bug has been around since the beginning of the game. If you put sprint on your bar and then you zone,
obviously
you come
it's
back,
still
it
so
says
powerful
map.
that if one person has it and the other doesn't, they'll probably win.
Yes, and that is an annoying thing. I agree. If they're going to talk about making changes to things like that, another thing I would change would be to say that you can't swap weapons. Right? Like, if you swap weapons, there's not that you can't go from two-hander to one-hander and stuff, but I mean as a stealther, if I've got 6 or one person 27 weapons, and they would just swap through them all the time so they could just keep reloading poisons on people and things like that. That's stupid. That's beyond stupid, really. I had 3 sets on my infiltrator, and that seemed ridiculous enough. Are we all mids all the time here? Or we're just all fighting Nekar and that's it? Okay. Somebody
Stealth
out there
speed
is
and
having
weapon
fun.
switching are exactly why I can't play a steel there.
Yeah.
Big Points said, less purge gives casters a better chance of getting distance.
Yes, that's true. Oh, just a sec here. I just had somebody correct me here. Somebody made a character, presumably one of you, to send me a text in game. They said you need to train Og Dex before you can get any Master of Pain, and I didn't spec any RAs as a result. So thank you for that, whoever that was. The interface doesn't seem to show any dependencies like that. Which is kind of confusing. Can I go in, please? Thank you. We need a trainer here. I don't know why I should have to zone out every time. Yeah, it's... Ah, there. I love that font guy. Thank you. Wow.
Weapon swap out of bags shouldn't work. Only weapons equipped.
I think so too, because it just means that there's this massive war over how many weapons you can cram in your inventory space and how good your macro for swapping them or something like that is going to be. And that seems silly. Okay, so if I need Og Dex, how much Og Dex do I need? Go 3 and 3 and train. Does it show it here? He says, wiping out the window. It does now. Okay. Okay. See, this interface here, to me, whoever you were in chat said, you know, you need Og Dex before you can do Master of Pain. And then maybe that means if I want to do Mastery of Arms, I have to have Og Strength because it's above it. But they need to indicate that somehow if they can. This game can have colored text. Do you think they could color those two to match, color those two to match, color those two to match, or whatever it might be, right? Anyway, we now officially have Mastery of Pain 3, which I've forgotten the number on. Was that 9%? %. Okay, 15% chance to crit. I can handle that. Right.
It should be grayed out with a tooltip telling you why.
That would be better. Yes. That would be a much better solution. Grayed out, and when you put enough points, whatever it might be, into Og Dex, then suddenly it's enabled. And if getting Master of Pain 1 requires Og Dex 1 and Master of Pain 2 requires Og Dex 2, then it can be toggled on and off as you're doing it, right? If I get to Og Dex 2 and Master of Pain 2, and then Master of Pain gets grayed out until I hit Og Dex 3, that would make it a little clearer to people. I don't know how much stuff they can do in the client. I mean, it should patch everything. You should be able to just go in and edit the Lua code that controls the way all that stuff works. And I think that's how it all works, is it's just controlled by that. But I could be the wrong here. Anyway, thank you very much for the help, whoever that is in game. I appreciate it. The whole object of all this stuff, as far as I'm concerned, and half the reason I stream, is to try and actually get better at this game. And unfortunately, streaming is a huge distraction
At minimum,
from what you're doing.
a note box beside it.
Mm-hmm. I agree, but again, I don't know how much control they've got over the interface itself. Okay. Now it's down to whether or not I can get anything front or back off on him, or if it's just regular fight. And of course, who has a better stealth? And since I've just noticed I'm slightly down, he probably does. I do love this. Oh, he got me there. Backstab too, I'm sure. Yeah. Wow, dude. Well done. Yeah, just run over my face. Thank you. Okay, I gotta look at the stats on that. I mean, obviously he got me with, I think, backstab. Yes. I spent an awful lot of time stunned. Wow, wow, wow. Boom. Yeah, okay, he got me for 368 with a crit of 91. That hurts when you have a total of, well, right now, 1,000 hit points. I think it's more like 13 when 1,300 when I have the buffs up. And then I hit something in the wrong order. And then I got stunned. And it was all stunned all the time there. And then I hit him for annoying levels of damage. That's it, just minor nuisance. And then he didn't hit me for that much after that. They were all small. Oh no, one hit for 100 there. But in here, 119, I took 250, 350, probably 360, probably 400 points in there while I was stunned. And then minor damage after that. I don't think he has much in the way of envenom, because the dot damage that I was doing there, possibly no envenom. And that might be worth looking at doing too. Getting more points for not having envenom up there. Nekard did sign up, did follow me here. I was kind of hoping he would show up in chat so I could ask him about his spec, if he's willing to answer that. Some people get, particularly stealthers, get very protective of that. I wonder, when I look at that there, Sorry to go back again, but this is the result of being a stealther. Way above all the stunned and I get killed thing. I hit him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did about 300 points damage with the major lethal venom.
What do the poisons take for? Test them on the dummies.
Yeah. Because I don't have high weapon skill. And I could be doing better damage with that, I would think. Okay, we are going to... stick with just the 2 weapons. And apply major lethal and major enervating. Doesn't really matter. It's a major lethal. It's going to be the big thing. And just havoc, which misses. Okay, definitely landed there. It looks like that. No, that's an attack. $53 points, 47 points, 53, 51, 48, 50. They do about 50 per, and I think they do 6 ticks, so 300 points damage. And that is major lethal, which is level 35. So when you get to life bane, I think it does more like 80 per tick, which is, you know, a sizable amount of damage by the time it's run 6 ticks. But at the same time, if I wasn't spending 32 points in damage in venom there, I could be raising axe up from 29, you know, probably to 35 or 36 or something like that. The problem is not that. I mean, the damage is a good thing, but the infectious serum and the enervating poison are good things to land too. Oh, that's another reason why I like the idea of not being able to swap weapons other than the ones you've got equipped, because then you can only apply 3 poisons, right? Pick them. It's going to be the infectious and the lethal, I'm sure. Lethal for damage and infectious so that they can't heal for as much. But I'm going to try testing that too while I'm at it. Okay, on the 2-hander. Stealth. Pick. Doesn't matter. This guy here, sure. Close and PA. Okay, and that was not swapping weapon. So PA hit for 524 there. Then I hit him for 53, 49, Then Creeping Death hit for 143. And then I hit Stunning Stab for 166. And crit for an additional 147. That's nice. And then I guess those are 10 damage. Those are probably bleeds. Yeah. And the poison hit again for 49. And then Havoc for 103. And 46 damage, which looks like it's a crit. Major Lethal still ticking for 49. Then Havoc for 110. Then Minor Bleeds. And Major Lethal Venom hits for another 47. Then Havoc for 90. And then just bleeding when I stop fighting. Now let me try that with just the minor weapons. And we'll just go with Major Lethal, and that's it. Because the other ones don't affect damage, really.
Swap Envenom and Axe training and look at poison plus Axe damage.
Just a sec. See, 516. Garrot. Follow up. Okay, back off. I want to see what the Garrot damage is like by comparison. And then I'll look at what you just said there for... Garrot does not do that much. And... Achilles' heel doesn't do all that much either, actually. I mean, the slow is worth it, but it got resisted. Havoc is actually doing more damage. Not by much. Okay. Now, what did you say? Swap Envenom and Axe training and look at poison plus Axe damage. Yes, I could do that. I'll have to write down my spec. And then probably set all this crap up again. Oh, no, if I can just respec a single one. Can you? Or can I respec Axe? Nope, no single line respecs. Oh, there is an NPC here, isn't there? I can't remember which one's which. That's a full respec. I don't want to have a full respec. I don't want to have to set everything up again. Single line respec. There we go. So we need 2 of those. Can I add a second one? Okay, so Axe was at 29 and Venom was at 32. Respec Axe. Respec and Venom. Only if I don't misspell it. I did that twice there. My character does not have a spec line called Envenom. Which would be why. Okay, so this to 20. Actually, Just out of curiosity, how high can I take that? I could be 43 axe with no envenom. Well, very little envenom. I'm just looking to see. That's actually maybe a better choice than Havoc. Oh, sorry, that is Havoc. Oh, it's all screwed up because I haven't redone everything. I know the purpose was to go to 32 and 29, but now I'm just wondering at that. The thing is with poison, it's not that I plan on killing people with the poison. It's kind of slow for it to tick. It's that it interrupts.
Try maybe
things.
15-ish envenom, wherever you get your poisons.
I just buy them from a vendor here, so I mean I have buckets of money thanks to the way they've set this up. No. Okay, with 39, I get glacial movement, which is a side. And actually probably isn't worth it. But 39 is what's the plus I've got on here at the moment for axe? 5. Doesn't really count. Need to go higher than that. But can I go up? 2? No. 1. $18 in venom. Now, all of these are buggered up. I've never figured out why the game does that to you. It should remember what each of them is and then just not use them. So, you know, if you don't have them, gray them out or something. PA. Creeping Death. It's kept the icons, but it thinks they're all opal slash. That's interesting. Where is it in here? Achilles heel? No. Achilles heel should be there. Garrot should be there. That is Backstab 2 and its follow-up. And its follow-up is High Cut, right. Insufficient coffee and operator. So that should be not that and that. That is Hamstring and Leaper. And that should be Havoc. Of course it is not because it has screwed up all of this stuff. Now the conventional wisdom used to be that you used, is that Havoc now? Yes. Left axe rather than axe, but I don't think any of the left axe skills are all that good unless you go very high. Maybe they've changed them here, or maybe I'm used to changes done elsewhere. So that should all work now. I can just go whack on a dummy and see if it does. Target. Oh no, I I can't. My controller's having fits. There. Target. PA. Creeping Death. Stunning Stab. No poison on them. PA was 428. Creeping Death was 162 with a crit. And Stunning Stab was 153. Try that again. No. Stealth first, you idiot. PA 428. Misses. We'll try the next dummy. This time with dual weapons. No, I said dual weapons. End that test. Try that again. Why did it swap? Oh, because we've hardwired PA to use the two-hander. Might regret that. This guy, because I'm PAing, and that guy's facing sideways. Yeah, I can switch that mid, but it's kind of ironic. I'm not doing the same. No, it's not the same dummy as I was doing before, but it doesn't seem to be doing as much damage, which is kind of funny. Now, I'm not putting poisons on there, but they don't affect the actual damage you do. They affect how much poison damage you do, I thought. Okay. It's also the dummy. Okay, yeah. I want this fight. I PA'd for 924 and critical hit for an additional 582. And then Creeping Death for 535. And then 563 Stunning Stab. That guy must be somebody with no equipment on him at all. About like finding a naked caster somewhere.
That was a caster one-shot.
Yeah, no kidding. 1,500 points in 3 attacks. That's almost a one-shot on like a lot of people, right? Oh, I should find out what my regular Havoc damage is on him too. That's also with the two-hander, admittedly. Yeah, hitting for 450. Make sure I'm scrolled down and seeing the... And a regular attack with nothing behind it.
Get your new poisons.
Wow. Put the weapon away, idiot. Okay, now we have up to 24 for poison. Which is going to be like I was close. Sell the old stuff. That's 23. This is 25. Obviously, I should have put one more point into Invenom from somewhere. I got 12 points left over. I could have dropped left axe one, I suppose. So we're going to want minor crippling. And then over the page, greater lethal is 20. That's 22. So there. Best we can do. So we'll drop one each of those on there and go hit some poor unsuspecting dummy. Two-hander equipped. Pick a realistic dummy, which is probably this guy here. Stealth. And come in PA. Oh no.
Are you
Somehow
using any left axe styles?
No. No, I'm not. I had considered not using left axe at all. Okay, that actually worked too. I mean, when you can land the PA, it's good. PA'd for 450 with a 215 crit. Oh no, that was Havoc. So this must have been before that. Yes. Sorry, P8 for 568. Oh, a total of 924. Critical for an additional 582. That's a one-shot there. On lots of people. Then Creepy Death 535 and Stunning Stab 563. I don't know what that dummy counts as having for weapon, like armor and equipment and stuff. Then a lot of minor bleed damage and no dot damage. I don't know if he resisted the first one or not. See, I can do some killer damage if I can get the PA off, but that's the challenge. And it's really difficult in a duel because the person knows you're coming. Mid doesn't require left axe for offhand to swing. Oh, really? Okay. I don't have a lot of points in it. I thought that your left axe spec was what determined your chance of getting a second hit. Well, since we can play with respec stones here and I'm not using any of those styles, give me another one of these suckers, buddy. Thank you. Over to Mr. Trainer. Have another celiac stone. I know it's Ceriac. And what is this thing actually called? Left axe. Respec. Left axe. Left acker. I'm going to give up now. Okay, now I have no left axe.
Left axe always swings. Celtic dual and dual wield require it for swing chance.
Well, that's interesting. So that gives me another 102 points. Which I should spend 34 of on getting my stealth, which is only plus 10, equal to 44, so that I have full stealth. And then these are all crit strike attacks, with the exception of... Oh, are you doing that again? No, you're doing it here. With the exception of my one axe attack.
One in Envenom.
One in Envenom. Well, then I need to go get another respec stone.
425.
Oh, I see. Add one in the Envenom. I see. Yes. Okay, then I don't need that. One there. One there. And that's 49 points left, which is enough to do what? Add more to Envenom? Or raise crit strike once.
Axe or crit?
Crit. Okay. Trained. That is not Opal Slash. Axe. Havoc. There. These, however, have not changed, right? No. I realize this is descending into a particularly technical session, but if there's nobody really to fight, I might as well give it a shot. Okay, we're going to go back on this guy here. Actually, we're going to try the guys that hit back. I didn't even realize they were there. Stealth. Repoison, because I never remember if I've repoisoned. Buff. Guard skin, which is burnt out, so I need to buy another one. They have not heard of large quantities on these things here. 6 more seconds. 1 more second. There we go. Stealth. Select the dude. Get ready to crit. Using the Life Taker two-hander. Come in. Crit.
Oh, hey old _school _gamers. Thanks for hitting that follow button.
Old _
Yes,
school
indeed.
_gamers is now a follower.
Hello, and welcome.
Get your 25 poison also.
Yes, sure. But I mostly wanted to look and see what the damage was there. And then somebody did the thing that got my attention, and I stopped worrying about it. I'm easily distracted. Okay, nope. That's all havocing, which is fine and dandy, but not what we're doing here. PA for... Is that the same fight? That looks like the other fight. Oh, I failed to execute PA. Okay, so that wasn't a good test. Huh. Right click doesn't quite do it, or it takes it a bit.
Frakura said, hello there.
Hello there, Fricora. How you doing? Oh yes, 25 poison. Right. I'm busy trying to cover up my shortcomings with a better spec.
How's it going? Equals.
It's all right. There's just not very many people on. I haven't actually checked to see right now. There are 12 people on. That is not a lot. Okay, we are now at 25 venom, so we're flogging all this stuff here and buying the next set up. Probably means the same ones. Or at least one of them anyway. That there is 25. I now, to make sure, have 19 plus 6 is 25, so I can get minor lethal. So we do that. Only I want it there. There. No, I don't. And if we've got minor lethal, then we can get minor crippling. And minor enervating. There. So I'll get rid of the massive combat window. Do the full spec here. Got all the buffs up. Stealthed. Two-hander. The dude with no armor, just to see. Actually, no. I'll go. Oh no, I can't do that because that person is. I can do the other one. I'll do this guy here. Not what I meant to do. I should reverse those buttons. Okay, PA. Okay. Could land at the secondary there. So. PA for 744. That'll still ruin your day. Long pauses in between here where a lot of crap happens before the next attack. Stunning stab for 546. And didn't get the third one off? Didn't. Maybe I... Oh no, creeping death for 520, then stunning stab for 546. So that is 1800 points in the first 3 attacks. That's not bad, right? And then there's, you know, bleeds, and I don't think the poison landed. It says it's been poisoned. But that's it. Yeah, it's like no poison happened. Really weird. Try that again. Same dude. Well. Reset. There. Okay, so ignoring the other two, just using minor lethal on there for the PA effect, if anything. In and PA. Creeping death. Stunning stab. Garrot. And then hamstring, leaper, and havoc. See, he's bleeding all over the place, but I wish it would stop bleeding, in fact. Stop bleeding. No, perf is above that. No, it should be after that. Did I miss perf? Oh no, perf artery for 744. Right. No, that's the first attack there. Scrolled too far. Perf artery, but it doesn't show me the damage. 744. Creeping death 520, stunning stab 546. Those are the same numbers. Then hamstring hits for 316, leaper for 344. It says he's been poisoned, but I'm not seeing any damage at all. That makes me inclined to just say to hell with the poison. Now the enervating one and the other one there that slows you, enervating and infectious, sorry. Enervating slows you, infectious prevents you from healing fully. Those are probably worth it, enough reason to keep the poison, even if for some or another reason the damage isn't landing there. But
Big Points said, try the other dummies where it was showing before.
good point. Sure enough. Okay, repoison all three. Pick this guy here. Not a good job to have, dude. Oh, no. Two-hander. Make sure of that. I don't know why those didn't land there. Random number generator doesn't like me. No. I am at 25. I wonder if minor lethal itself is bugged and isn't actually level 25. Level 25 should be doing 31 damage. You know, 6 ticks of 31 damage isn't really all that special. That's less than half of most of these hits that I'm doing here. It'll be a lot worse on somebody with good resists, but... Okay, try it again on the next dummy. All over again. Boom. 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 Big axe. Stealth. Select. PA. forgetting. If I do that, I should do it twice. So I get the secondary. Yeah, here the damage is much more reasonable. Or low, if you prefer. But I don't see poison damage there. Oh, no, I should still. Because I'm using the two-hander for a perf. Still did decent numbers, 523 with a 253 point bonus crit. Creeping Death for 171, Stunning Stab for 162. And there's Bleed, but no poison. Weird. Maybe I'm bugged. Oh, did we get any more crap out of here that I haven't looked at? No, we didn't. I'm tempted to not poison and just see how that does. Just the lower ones there. And just lethal poison. On the main axe. On this dummy. Sorry, stealthed in PA. $558 PA, 166 CD, 179 stunning stab. Bleed. No sign of poison. I don't get it. I don't understand. Oh, there's 8 of you out there. Hello, folks. Oh, and right. Old school gamers. You were the one that followed. You are now my 390th follower, so thank you very much. I don't know why that would happen, because it was doing the poisons before. I don't know if the points required to get to 19 and in Venom would make a huge difference by letting me up, say, Crit Strike or Axe. Actually, Crit Strike should be at 39 because I've got plus 11 on it. I guess I can't add more to it unless I'm getting something from the 39. Okay, yeah, doesn't need to be above 39. I should be putting those points into Axe. And since we're going to try that, why don't we go?
Try a lower level poison. Maybe it is bugged.
Yeah, I will do that. Get a couple of those first. Yeah, before I do anything else, I will try the next poison down. All they need to do it with lethal, so that is the one I'm using, I believe. 25, yeah, so we'll go back and get greater lethal? Level 20, yeah. I will sell my minor lethal and buy a bunch of these. And go test that. And then I'm going to try getting rid of Envenom entirely and seeing what it does to damage. And then maybe we'll go try another duel again. Okay, so poisoning on just that one there. We're going to ignore the other ones. Switching to two-hander, stealth, select a dummy, close, and PA. Oh, that failed. I got unstealthed. Try this again. Close. No. Why is it undoing that? Fine, try a different dummy. No, failed to do perf. What's happening now? Oh, and of course we need to repoison, I guess. Two-hander. Stealth. Oh right, I can't PA a guy who wasn't facing me. That was dumb of me. Okay. I don't know why I left that up there. The bleeds are kind of annoying. Just because they fill the spam. That was a PA for 744. Creeping Death for 520. And Stunning Stab for 546. But no apparent poison damage. It says he's been poisoned, but that's it. And that is greater lethal that I dropped on the two-hander. And I'm still on the two-hander. Never left it. So, definitely worth it to PA with the two-hander. But I'm going to try getting rid of poison entirely. See what difference that makes. Okay, so slash respec envenom. Boom. Yes. These are all still right. Yep, good. No points in envenom, so now we can add that to by respec crit strike. I got to reset all of these, but it would let me get to 44 axe, which, if memory serves me, is kind of useful. Let's do that anyway. It only takes a few seconds to respec critical strike. Yes. Back to 39. Raise that to 44. Train. And these are all the wrong thing again. That is such a nuisance. CA. Creeping Death. Stunning Stab. Hamstring. At least it leaves the icons. Leaper. Does that still say Havoc? No, that is incorrect too. Leaper. Backstab 2. Yes. Side cut. Garrot. And what was the follow-up to Garrot? Achilles heel, right. Not actually sure it's worth it, but maybe. Okay, so that should all be right now, except we don't have our main, which is Havoc. Now, we did up this. What do we get? Opening Evernight. Side of target, which would normally be good, but I don't think actually is all that good. Valkyrie shield is you block. No. No. If I was a warrior or something like that, may be useful. But okay, done. Has it kept my... Yes, it has. Okay. So, next test, and then I'll go duel somebody or something. Buffs. Gotta remember to buy a shard skin. There we go. Now, this dude here, stealth. We're not doing any poisons. Close and close. And no longer sticking to your target. Oh, it's all screwed up. It is all screwed up. Reset this dude. Come on, actually reset him. There. Don't have to worry about poison, right. And cover me. So I gotta worry about that too. Okay, they're all at least landing. So, of course, I've switched dummies, so that might not be the same data and everything else. I did use him before. Okay, stop scrolling. PA for 750. Creeping Death for 522. I sure wish you got these numbers in reality. Stunning Stab for 548. Garrot hit for 262. Achilles heel hit for 309. Havoc hit for 266 with an 85 bonus. That's nice. And now it says I have minor lethal venom running. So it did detect the venom this time, even though I don't have Envenom anymore. Go figure that out. I mean, I know, test server, right? I have an Envenom of 7. that tends to imply that you could have somebody out there with a poison bot who just takes weapons, puts poison on them, like, you know, life bane at highest level, and then hands it to somebody who doesn't have poison, and they are good for one fight using it, which is a thing that used to happen. As a matter of fact, you used to be able to put, for a brief while there, a Shadowblade could put their poison on the arrows that an archer had, or something with a bow, I think. You put it on the bow and it was good. They stomped that bug pretty quick, but I remember some period in there where you would trade your bow off to somebody in your guild who was a Shadowblade, and they'd put poison on it for you. Not a good bug, really. Although why hunters can't have poisoned arrows, I don't know, right? I mean... Okay, let's... Oh, actually, let's check the numbers. Are we still above 10? We are. There's 12 people. But only 2 stealthers out there for me to fight. So they're probably still in dueling mode. So yeah. Excuse me. I think that poison is bugged. That particular one. Because the one below it and the one above it worked, but that one didn't. But I'm not sure why. Oh yeah, right. I'm good there. We don't really need any... Oh, we do. We need shard skin. Because, you know... Not from him we don't. Where's... Potion Merchant? Try this dude. Oh no, it was... This'n. I bought that. Right? No, evidently I didn't.
Level 5 poison.
Well, what I'm using right now is, or was using, was level 20. But that had been applied to the two-hander beforehand, but didn't fire when I used it. So I don't know what was happening there. But I'll continue playing with specs and see what can happen. I shouldn't assume they're still dueling here. They may have given up entirely and we're back to RVR. I don't see anybody there. Or they've given up entirely and there's nobody anywhere. Oh. Who's that? Volka. You gotta slow down, lady, or I can't catch you. I'm speed challenged. But I'd like it if you were to just stand still somewhere so I can PA you. Up. No, instead I am the victim. Oh well, we're back to that. Anyway. Bastard. When I first logged on, there was nothing happening for RVR. Now, I never thought about that. I suppose the reason that the poisons weren't landing might simply be that they were too low level for that dummy. Maybe that dummy is level, officially level 50, and a level 25 poison is just effectively gray to it. It doesn't have a high percentage chance of landing. I never really thought about that. It's quite probable that's what it is. In which case, I want to go back to having some Envenom.
Either he has really high stealth, or got very lucky.
He can't have any higher than me. 34 plus 10. That should put me at 44, which should be on par, unless their system works differently here. And that was pretty much standard with every server I can recall. When you got to 50 composite stealth, that's as good as you could get. Anything else was wasted points, which is why all the people that went up in realm rank would also go back and respec and drop their stealth to get a few more points to put into everything else. So he came in behind me, and that's all it takes. But we can't see each other unless we're within 5-10 feet, that sort of thing. That's not outrageous. Oh, poison. Oh, not poisons. I'm not poisoning. Wow. Insufficient coffee and operator. Since we know Nekar is out there, I'm not going to give him advance warning. Maybe I can come at him from the side. I like having a player that's better than me out there, because that's the best way to try and get better yourself, right? And unfortunately, I wasn't taking very thorough notes. One of the fights that we had there earlier, I came very close to beating him. That was one of the duels. And I have yet to land either PA or backstab on him, and if I could manage that, then it's going to be a whole different picture, I'm sure. The thing about infiltrators is they really do have all the points in the world. So if I was an infiltrator, I would probably be able to have pretty thorough Envenom, and the rest of these stats would be the same, because they do have like another 25% more stats or something, points. That was always the thing when I was playing a Shadowblade on live, is, well, yeah, the infiltrators, bastards, get more points than everybody else. It's unfair. I can swap between two-handed axe and one-handed axe. That's kind of unfair to an infiltrator, too. But the points are huge. They make a big difference. How's Bait doing? I don't know what she is with that weapon. Go a little wider and hope the Mr. Nekar, or Ms. Nekar, I never really checked, is still hanging around the same area. Probably.
Maybe he has a macro for nearest target so he can fire off the attack sooner.
Entirely possible. Or just really good reactions. Well, we'll find out what she is. She's beating me, that's what she is. Who in Alb carries a spear? Nekar cries at you. Yeah, well, I missed you, dude. We don't have Valkyries here. Oh, we don't have Valkyries here, but Valkyrie is a mid-class.
Armsman.
Armsman. I didn't think they had spears. I thought they had like a... I guess if they go slash, they have a bladed weapon. If they go thrust, they have a spear. Okay. Well, then that was just a remarkably stupid thing for me to do, wasn't it? Don't pick on full melee when you're a stealther. Die and learn.
Polearm.
Yeah, polearm. But the only time I played an armsman, I was slash, so my weapon looked different. It is a polearm, and I should have thought armsman, and I didn't. But that looked like a Valkyrie or a hunter spear, and I never thought about making an armsman that was thrust, which would be a spear-shaped weapon and not like a glaive. I have not had enough coffee, I guess. Okay, we're not poisoning. Hello, Sig in the pink boots. Very funky. But a signature look, I'm sure. Or a guild look. Can you hear the background music? I have more weird audio things that happen here. And I'm not hearing my background music at all right now. It used to be really faint, but I can see it, but I'm not hearing it.
Yes, it is soft.
I just upped it a few dB. Yeah, it sure is soft. Oh, look, the armsman. Now, I never saw Nekar when I was dead there. He didn't interfere in the fight. He was somewhere here at hand because he showed up right after the fight. So I wouldn't be surprised to find him right there. Why did it do that? My window's screwed up. Yeah, I'm toast there, but that was Windows. Thank you, Microsoft. I don't know what happened there.
Medium volume now. It is good. Any louder would start to drown out the game or you.
Well, thank you. There is supposed to be ducking in there against my voice. So every time I speak, it's supposed to lower the music volume and raise my voice 10 decibels so you can hear me. And then when I stop, it reverses it. That's supposed to be there. It doesn't mean it's working necessarily, but it's supposed to be. Okay, we are not buffed. Buff. Guard skin. Wait. 9 more seconds. Da da da. The thing that's annoying about that to me is I could have gotten Backstab 2 off on him if things had not gone awry. And they went very awry. And I have no idea why. Oh well. Oh, we have passed over the... Is that him there? Just disappeared. Passed over the 9,300 total views on this channel by 26. It's at 93.26 now, according to Twitch. That's not overly significant. 10,000 will be more significant, but, you know. That is Nolka. Not his nibs. Now, if I could land a PA on her, I could probably have an equal fight. But she's also going to have the best armor, isn't she? So it would be a mediocre PA. A creature. Couldn't you have materialized right in front of me? That would have been more convenient. I wonder if he saw me from distance. I mean... Friar? If he saw me run by and then just turned and unstealthed and ran, because he gets out of range so he can get ahead of me.
34% absorb on the armor plus resist.
Yeah, I know. I know, it's just unfair. Well, if Mr. Avalonian Kazambo keeps standing there, I can do a backstab 2 on him. It's a friar, it's a stupid fight. Or I can end up with Nekkar again. And he's going to trash me again. That was being hit by something. Kazambo ended that fight. Not a friar. Oh well, there's more people out here, including a Hib. Mexican. Does get a little repetitive here. 6 seconds. 1 second. I find playing a stealther comparable to like what a war would actually be like. Endless, slow periods with nothing happening and quick moments of sheer terror. Now, I could admittedly be leaving the PK unstealthed, run a long way around stealth, and just come in at the end. But since I want to fight Neckar, and Neckar keeps coming out here and running back, and seemingly does have better stealth than me, although that shouldn't be possible, I kind of want to find him and get the jump on him at least once. Him or her. I haven't actually looked to see if it's a him or her. Probably a him. But I think it's male armor. There he is. Doing the same thing. Sneak out, not see anybody, run back. And I expect staying right around in there. So I'm going to come up from the side and just hope everything works out nicely. Now, we don't have any RAs like Master of Stealth and all that sort of stuff that they added later, do we? So it isn't possible that the person you're fighting is higher realm rank, which he probably is, and therefore is gaining some advantage that I simply can't access. I think I probably need another macro for select nearest target and stick. See, he's just trashing me. I'm not doing anything to him. I don't understand that. Go Bagzil. Okay, we're both doing trash damage, but he's doing slightly better. But the random number generator did not like me. I missed 3 times in a row there, and he evaded. And then he hit me for 200 and some odd damage. And 53 more, so he's using poisons. But then look at this guy win 2 fights there too. Me and then somebody else. Before dying to the 3rd. That was Mexican at the final bit there. I got 118 realm points out of it. And an Atlas Orb and an Icebender Focus Rod. I don't know what happened there. Like, that was just a crap fight. And I'm sure I added my part to it. But I don't know exactly what happened there because I literally didn't get any styles off. Not one. And as a result, probably did 100 points damage between 3 attacks or something. Got dodged 3 times in a row. No, I missed 3 times in a row, and then he dodged me after that. That is just unfair. All right. That one's going to disappear too. They're both not very good. What is Bagzil? Healer. Stats is going to be pretty embarrassing. Yeah. We're just going to hide that. I've had better nights. Holy crap, there's 14 of you out there. Thank you very much for dropping by, whoever you are. My bot that I wrote is not doing a very good job of telling me that. How about the bot somebody else wrote? Yes, that's a bit better. Cool. Welcome, folks. This is how to not win fights as a Shadowblade. How many people are on? 9. And there's only one other stealther out there. Mexican evidently left. In, get a couple of hits. Go. Olka again. If I can manage to click. No, that's Gorfinwan. No idea what class. Evidently a jumper. Now the thing is that me and Nekar have to be very close to see each other, which is fine. But that means I have to hit a whole bunch of keys in a row to react well. And I think I'm failing on those. Go wider and come back across the bridge. So if I see him, I have to target him, which means I have to stop moving and hit the right button on my controller, which is probably a bad idea. Then I should switch all that to the mouse. I should have the mouse be for target nearest and stick. Right now, one of the functions on my mouse is the stealth button, and I could switch that to this other button. See? You got backstab 2 off on me there. I think he must be... Can't change my camera angle, that's annoying. I think he must be sitting up on the rock or something like that, so he'll see me when I'm not seeing him at all, and he'll drop down behind me. That wouldn't surprise me. That would be a smart move. Because most games don't actually measure in 3D. They sort of project the game onto a flat surface and just do a 2D measurement to measure distance. So 10 feet between point A and point B is fine. If that's the range where he can see me, but he's actually 20 feet up where I can't see him at all, he'll still see me for 10 feet because they cheat. It's just easier to do it that way, and that's been that way in a couple of games. And I'm sure it probably is in this one too. We see height, but the game doesn't see the height. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe it's different here because this has got old school archery where if you're on a higher part of a castle and you shoot, you can shoot further. So it might be measuring in 3 dimensions, but I wouldn't be surprised to hear that they've just given up on that and not used it. Tengil, what are you? A Thane. Another class I should be playing around with because I really like Thane. I was planning on breaking out the Skald tonight, but I don't think that's going to happen. Oh yeah, I was going to fix that stuff, and maybe I should do that. So, excuse me while I dig into the nuts and bolts of my controller again. If you haven't played with one of these things, I'm not sponsored by Razer, but if you haven't played with a Tartarus, you really should try it. It's I think brilliant. Now that is my escape key so that I can stop doing stuff quickly if I need to, but I'm going to change this to Alt-0. Save. And then go to mouse and change this to tab, and that's still on stick. So now I ought to be able to just... Oh, you can't see anything. There you go. Click down on the scroll button on my mouse and hit the side button, any of the side buttons, because I can't really tell them apart easily. Should stick me. And I will eventually replace the target nearest with a target nearest and stick macro, which I could do right now, but I'm not going to. You think you're being clever. And he was. Trashed and trashed. I don't know if they're playing together, because she did come down and join that fight, or if he's just been using her as bait. But it's been working fairly well. I think I'm going to call that it for tonight because I got to get up tomorrow morning. So thank you very much, everybody who came by. I noticed a few other people just did, and I'm just stopping. But thank you very much. I will be on again on Thursday, probably playing somebody on Atlas. Maybe this guy again. Maybe I'll have figured somebody else out. And thank you very much for dropping by. And if you are somebody who hit follow, then thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your evening. Reaver. I should write that down on a sticky and stick it in front here. I will give that a shot too. I'll try and get that set up. We'll see. But have a good night, folks. And thanks very much for coming by. Bye.